Welcome back to the Two Blues podcast and to another live match watch-along from the under-18s as we are getting ready to recap the first team. 3 minutes in, we're already 1-0 up. I apologise, we've already missed a goal. Tayo Subaloi, everybody knows Tayo Subaloi, my favourite centre-back in the under-18s. Captain in the team, I believe, today. Rising highest to head home from a corner, and Chelsea already have early advantage. 3 minutes in, it's already West Ham Chelsea 1, and it was almost West Ham 1. Hudson Sands in goal had a pass intercepted and it rebounded very, very narrowly wide of the post. Let's just recap the first or the starting 11 very quickly. Obviously, a reminder, anybody that's joining us that isn't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. We have plenty of academy content, first team content. Obviously, a huge game tomorrow against Arsenal. Will be plenty of coverage on this channel. And we've also got dropping today at 2 p.m. the first of our new series, The Blueprint. It is a new series taking a close look at some of the most exciting Chelsea Academy talents currently playing and where we think they will fit into the first team. So make sure to tune into that at 2 p.m. today. But for now, just running through the first 11. In goal, we got Hudson Sands. I believe they said on commentary starting his fourth league game without conceding. So fingers crossed Chelsea continue their unbeaten run with another clean sheet today. Big game for Riley Ebo at right back. Obviously joined from West Ham Academy in October. So a very quick reunion for him. Louis Richards on the other side of defence, and in centre-back, Tayo Subaloi and Calvin Diakite, as well as Isago Silva, son of Thiago. And then moving up forward, you got Reggie Watson, Charlie Holland in the middle, and then across the front line, Mati Sabue, Sol Gordon, and Chelsea U18 returning from the Under-17 World Cup. I think he's on 7 goals in 6 league games, something ridiculous. We all know Chelsea U18 is an absolute bagsman, regardless of what the stats tell us. So that is the starting lineup. I'm going to have a quick check now and see who is on the bench, because fingers crossed we have a couple of names on the bench. Come on, 4G. It's 2025. Don't worry, guys, as well. There is a little break in play as one of the West Ham players is currently down injured. On the bench, well, we were hoping to see a certain Moroccan individual. On the bench, Dante Waite, Freddie Burnell, Chris Atherton, Jashade Greenwood, and Jacob Hall. Obviously, Jashade Greenwood, a fairly new signing as well, fairly new addition to the academy. So fingers crossed we can see a little bit more of him today. I was impressed, although Chelsea were held, or I say Chelsea were held, Chelsea were battered in their last under-18 Premier League game, Premier League Cup game against Crystal Palace, who are leading the league at the moment. And I think Chelsea have a really good opportunity today, even though we've played 3 less games than Crystal Palace. I think we're just 3 points behind. We're either 3 points or 6 points behind them. And today obviously gives us a huge opportunity to close that gap, either to 0 or within 1 win. But Chelsea just about ready to put this free kick in now. Comes in from wide. There's a bit of a melee in the box and nothing comes of it, but Riley Ebo works it out really, really nicely, and it's off the bar. Charlie Holland, and I think it stayed in. No, it's just about dribbled out. That's gone out for a throw-in. Very smart little ball in there from Riley Ebo. Everybody kind of rushed out of the West Ham defence, and he just slipped it through to Charlie Holland, who put in a good shot. Far side of the goal. Unfortunately, just a couple of inches too high. But yeah, we are well and truly in amongst it. The weekend has well and truly begun. Let's have a quick look at the definition. What's it saying? Obviously, if you are watching, guys, make sure to drop us a like as well. Make sure to drop your thoughts into the comments as well. Let me know who you're most excited to watch today. Most excited to hear more about. And let me know who you're most excited to see on the first episode of The Blueprint. And let me know if you can guess who's on episode 1. Who do you think I have picked out of the Chelsea Academy? Out of the tens and tens of players, very well defended there from Chelsea and Reggie Watson in particular. Of all the players that I could have picked out of the Chelsea Academy, I think there are probably a few standouts that you could argue deserve this first episode of the Blueprint. And it's a little bit of a difficult one because there were a couple of players I thought might be a little bit more deserving. However, when we're talking about path into a first team, a lot of these Chelsea players and youngsters got their first taste of first team football last season. So I didn't want to go with someone that has already, that we've already seen play for the first team. I wanted to go for someone who I think is definitely one of the next few up. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you can guess who we are talking about at 2:00 today. Chelsea knocking the ball around the back for now, very nicely. Diakite moving it well. Oh, as I said that, bit of a sloppy pass back to Tayo. But yeah, 9 minutes gone. Chelsea obviously still 1-0 up. This is being played at the West Ham training ground. That's a lovely ball from Charlie Heath. Charlie Holland, if that goes through, and it does. And unfortunately, Riley Ebo just couldn't keep his composure. He put a first-time ball in, and I was going to say a bit too high. It was wildly too high for seaosn in the middle. That being said, though, it was a lovely little chip ball over from Charlie Holland. And there are quite a few players, I think, when we talk about the Chelsea Academy, and I mean the ridiculous amount of depth that we have in virtually every single position. You've got players such as Charlie Holland, who we haven't seen for an extended period of time due to injuries. You've got players like Chris Atherton coming in, who we signed from a Northern Irish side, where he was the youngest player ever to play in senior football, I think at 13 years old. We've got players like Yaya Idrissi, Ibrahim Rabaj. We've got players that are on the pitch right now, Matisse Aboué, Sol Gordon. That's a lovely little touch by Sol Gordon to turn it around the corner into Chizie, who holds it really, really well and then recycles it back to Reggie Watson. You've got Mardi Nikola-Zuli, yet another one, still just 15. Incredible depth of talent in Chelsea Academy, which is why I enjoy covering it so much, and why on the split of this channel, you probably get more coverage of the Academy now than the first team, because yes, there are 2 teams to 1 in the under-21s and the under-18s. However, I just think in terms of excitement and particularly where value is added on this channel, I think not nearly enough people know about some of these Chelsea players. West Ham goalkeeper looking for a long ball. It was on for a while, but well defended and intercepted by Reggie Watson, who cleans up again there. Oh, fantastic footwork. Sol Gordon's done a couple of lovely little flicks and tricks. That one just unable to keep in play. But yeah, Chelsea have such an array of talent that it feels wrong not to talk about it, and to promote these players, to push these players. At the end of the day, hopefully protect these players. But with names like Lamine Yamal and Esteval Willian, these kids have shown the world what they can do at 17, 18 years old. I mean, I could pick out at least a handful of Chelsea players at 16, 17 that I think not quite, at the same level with regard to having done it on the big stage, until a player has done it in the first team and in a proper competition. I don't think it's fair to compare them. However, I do think that the potential, the ceiling for a lot of these players is sky high. And yeah, fingers crossed. The Blueprint is a series that we can continue on a regular basis. I want to make sure that the production value is high, but yeah, the main focus is, of course, the players. Lovely little footwork from West Ham number 10 there. Who is that? He ran through about 4 players. Check in a minute. Reggie Watson's been superb in the first 12 minutes. He's really calming things down. He gets hold of the ball. When he's in possession, he's very much the one that's dictating the tempo, where we're going, which direction, how quickly. And then when West Ham are advancing, when West Ham are at the edge of the box, he's the one that's doing the Caicedo role, the protective screen. But he's also kind of intercepting balls further up the pitch, cutting them out. Really, really important in this first 15 minutes so far. Chelsea have a free kick halfway inside the West Ham half. Looks like he's going to try and put it in, although Watson's now coming short, and it has gone short to Tayo Subaloy. Will he shoot from 40 yards? No, he won't. Out wide he goes to O'Reilly Ebo. Lovely little footwork from Ebo. Doesn't quite beat his man, though. He has got 2 on him. I'm not convinced that this number 10 for West Ham isn't Rabaj. He's tiny. He's got the same hair. And he's got unbelievably good feet. Chelsea working it on that far side now. And working it well. Oh. It was a lovely little give and go, but I think Eboué just overran it slightly. Ball goes out and it's a West Ham throw. If anyone's in the chat, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Oh, come on. Big up yourself, Abdi. Love, bro. You saying what you're doing today? Any plans this weekend, Mush? Or are you just watching me watch a bunch of fucking 16-year-olds run around West Ham like a nonce? Listen, I'm all for the direction and the pivot of this channel, but hey, it's kind of weird. Good header out there by Tayo Subaloy. West Ham just pushing a little bit, growing into the game. Chelsea obviously scoring after 2 minutes in the first corner. Lays down the gauntlet, but West Ham still very much a team in this game, not overrun just yet. And I think they're a very good academy side, West Ham. I think they said the last time that we played them. I think I've watched us play them a couple of times where it's been close. I think we played them in the Premier League Cup, might have drawn that one. I think they might have won on penalties. But I think we won another one. We won 3-1. I need to start writing these results down. That was the other thing I need to do. I need to keep track of all these games so that I can just kind of flick back and reference them. But yeah, maybe I'll start that next season. Too late now. But yeah, no, West Ham are a good side. I mean, I've already mentioned this number 10 on this near side, but the defenders got a good, strong number 4 at the back who looks like he's very good on the ball. And yeah. Chelsea, not really. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Number 10. Oh, just unable to get the ball under control. Chelsea just losing their grip a little bit. I don't mean West Ham are particularly at our throats, but yeah, first 10, it was looking very, very comfortable. And last few minutes, West Ham are just getting a little bit more aggressive. That is a fantastic tackle from Reggie Watson. What a challenge. And what a ball that is. Azeboué got the legs. Go on, son. Oh, brilliant challenge from a West Ham defender, that. And it's a goal kick. I'll tell you what, 2 super tackles there. One from Reggie Watson in the Chelsea half, deep in the Chelsea half to win the ball back. Big crunching challenge, sliding challenge. And then very quick turnaround. Lovely ball over the top from Matisse Aboué. He's a quick bloke. But yeah, Very, very good defending. Very good recovery from the West Ham defender. It's crazy, bro. Well, yeah, I mean, appreciate that. We've got a good 80 minutes to go yet, but for now, stream started well. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for the latest and greatest. West Ham just tried to switch it out, but number 11's hit the deck. I think he's slipped over. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, not just for live match watchalongs, live match reactions. We also do more formulaic match reports, weekly episodes, and starting today, we've got Loan Watch as well, and international roundups. We do everything on this channel. But then starting today, new series, The Blueprint, episode 1, dropping at 2 p.m. today. Let me know in the comments who you think we're going to be covering. If you had to pick one Chelsea Academy player to describe as a future wonder kid or future superstar, who do you think? Who would you choose? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. But yeah, that's going to be coming out at 2 o'clock today. Hopefully, a new weekly series. And yeah, we're going to continue to put out as much academy content as possible. Obviously, Chelsea first team on Sunday against Arsenal, and then we've got 2 games on Wednesday, double header. So we'll see what sort of content you get from me on that. But I doubt it will be a watch along as the games do overlap. And actually, I'd be surprised if the under 18 game is under 18, under 21, whoever it is, they're playing PSG in the International Cup. So I think it's the under 21s. But I'll have to double check after this stream. But whatever it is, there's 2 games. Obviously, Chelsea Academy playing PSG, and Chelsea first team playing Leeds, if I'm not mistaken, in the league. So, yeah, big week of football ahead of us. Big week of content ahead of us. Never a dull day on this channel. And of course, I completely forgot as well. I've just mentioned it there, Loan Watch. It's the end of the month. So the week after next, or maybe next week, who knows, depending on the schedule, you're going to get another Loan Watch episode. And this episode, although we've been talking a lot on the Strasbourg boys, on Mike Penders, that was the last episode. This month's episode, I think, has got to be focused on Aaron Anselminho, emerging as one of the top young centre-back prospects in Europe, fully expecting Borussia Dortmund to put in a £15 million bid, which we all know means he's worth 150. But yeah, he's doing very well. He struggled a bit with injuries at the start of this season, but he's playing the cup games, played in the Champions League again against Villarreal. Clean sheet, got an assist, I believe. That's a massive tackle from Tayo Subaloi. I mean, there are some, and I'll just say very quickly, I think both of those challenges, Watson and Subaloi, would have been given as fouls in the Premier League. While they are massive tackles and they have won the ball, they've also got a fairly large chunk of man after the ball. And we all know, can't do that in the Premier League these days. Can't dare make contact in a contact sport. How dare Caicedo make contact in a contact sport? Free kick to West Ham now, just inside the West Ham half. 22 minutes gone, still 1-0. After that little ebb of West Ham aggression, looks like Chelsea are kind of settling him back down. Still struggling to create anything with that front four, really. Of Boué, Holland, Chizzy and Sol Gordon. You know, I haven't seen much of as well. Isago Silva. I don't think he's playing. It's Riley Ebo. Is it Isaac Badu instead of Isago Silva? I mean, it said Isago Silva on the Chelsea lineup, which is why I said it. because why would you doubt Chelsea's own lineup? Hudson Sands, Riley Ebo. It is. It's Isaac Badu. They've got it wrong. Silly buggers. Right, so yeah. Calvin Diakite is playing at the back with Tayo Subaloy. Louis Richards on the left. No, he's not. Louis Richards is centre back. Calvin Diakite is playing left back. Right, yeah, fairs. Diakite's left back, Louis Richards and Tayo Subaloy centre back, and then Isaac Badu is sitting at the base of midfield with Reggie Watson. I was very confused there because they look very different, Isago Silva and Isaac Silva. Chelsea free kick in our half, offside from West Ham. Would say great offside trap play by Chelsea, but there's no way you can see with these angles. Scorecard and time. I don't know. I mean, I thought about it in the past. It's one of them where if I keep putting the score in, I did used to do a card with the score to the bottom, but then you got to change it every time someone scores, and it's long. And I just really want to focus on watching the football, to be honest. I probably can. I don't know how to put a timer. I don't know. Fuck knows. Above my pay grade, that mate. I'm just here to talk shit. Plus, live streams, it's one of those where you don't really get much traction from live streams. So, with all due respect to the under 18s, it's not really worth putting extra time into editing and stuff like that. If there was a quick and easy fix, I'd be down. But unfortunately, if you want something to look nice, it's very rarely quick and easy. We'll see that. I'll ask whoever I get on this when I find a video editor for the blueprint. I'll ask them. Recovered deep in the Chelsea half by Riley Ebo. Playing it across the back from right to left. So Gordon's made a lovely little run on this near side. If they can find... No, it's been recycled. Back with Louis Richards. Now Riley Ebo. And Watson turns very nicely into midfield. It's a nice little chip ball over the top, but it's just too short for Sol Gordon. Well defended by the West Ham defender. The space really wasn't there. And now the ball is back with Chelsea as Riley Ebo cuts it out. And Isaac Silva squeezes through midfield. Nice little ball out to Charlie Holland. Then gets it out to Abue. Can he get a ball in the box? He's got two on him. Pulls it back to Charlie Holland, who squares it. And Isaac Silva and Sol Gordon both thought the other one was going to go for it. Riley Ebo putting pressure on his opposite number, but giving away a free kick in the West Ham at half. "27 minutes gone now. Let's see. Let's have a Google. Can you add a timer on StreamYard? Yeah, it's long. Maybe I'll watch a couple of YouTube tutorials later, but long. Yeah, no real saves for the Chelsea keeper to make so far. No real big chances for either team, to be completely honest, bar that Tayo Subaloy header, and then there was that Charlie Holland shot, which was a half chance from the edge of the box, and then a poorly taken effort there from West Ham. The ball is now with Matisse Boué, who it looked like he just overrun it, but he was tripped. Going up against 3 West Ham defenders. Yeah, very close to the edge of the box. And this is an opportunity. Reggie Watson standing over the ball. Anybody who's been following him on social media would have seen the couple of free kicks that he's already reposted multiple times. This guy can ying them. This guy can hit bins. Half hour approaching. Can Reggie Watson put Chelsea 2 up? Stepping up from the left side of the penalty area, pretty much right on the corner of the penalty area. But he is definitely going for goal. There's a few Chelsea players in that wall, pushing and shoving. Whistle's gone. Reggie Watson goes low, strikes the wall and goes out for a corner. Bit of an anticlimax, but that one was always going to be difficult to get up and over. Literally, as I said, right on the 18-yard line. And then, angle against him as well. So you can see what he was doing. Riley Ebbo and Isaac Silva just lurking on the edge of the box here for the potential of a short corner. It looks like Louis Richards is going to whip it in again. Same corner from which Tayo Subaloi scored in the 2nd minute, but that one is far too heavy and goes over everyone. And out for a throw. Not even for a corner. Go on. West Ham playing with fire a bit there. Feet and back, which was not particularly well executed. And they've had to hoof it. Chelsea got the ball back. Riley Ebbo throws it in just into Louis Richards in our own half. And Isaac Silva sends it back to Hudson Sands. Can Chelsea get another one just to put a little bit of distance between them and West Ham before half-time? Lovely pass there from Louis Richards. Sol Gordon tries a nice little flick with the outside of his boot. Just didn't come off. Reggie Watson's doing so well. This number 10 for West Ham, who I'm going to have to... Let me see if I can look at him now. This number 10 from West Ham looks very, very tidy, but Reggie Watson is all over him like a fucking rash. West Ham are through here. But number 11 pulls his shot wide again. They've had a couple of chances. Half chances, fair to say. But I do think that they should have finished them better. Number 10, Lewis Beckford. Lewis Beckford. I've heard that name before as well. Gifted left-footed midfielder who displays superb close control, great balance, and high technical ability. All I'll say is, I was fucking bang on when I compared him to Ibrahim Rabaj from that description alone. Max Beckford? Is it Max Beckford? Have I already forgotten? Lewis Beckford, I have already forgotten. Remember that name, lads. Very impressed with him so far. Tell you what type of player West Ham could use right now. Chelsea win the ball back through Matisse Boué. Charlie Holland advances slightly before sending it backwards to Diakite. Isaac Silver's look good. Badu. I normally see him, or have normally seen him in a more defensive role, playing centre back or playing as one of a back three. It's a lovely little grass cutter from Reggie Watson. Reggie Watson's been, I think you lot already know who my man of the match is going to be after 90 minutes today. He would have to commit a double homicide on the pitch to not win man of the match so far, Reggie Watson, unless, somebody goes out and bags a hat trick. Reggie Watson. Lovely little turn in there. Unfortunately, I can't tell who it was because there is a speck of rain on the live stream camera. And it just obscured who that player was on the other side of the pitch. But it was one of Holland or Eboué. And I tell you what, Riley Ebo, fucking gone, son. What footwork. Unlucky as well. That was a good little pullback, and the West Ham defender got a toe to it, and it went into the keeper. Very close to ending up at Sol Gordon's feet, but that was superb from Riley Ebo. I think I was impressed most last week with his defending against Crystal Palace. I thought he was one of the standouts, but you did notice that he has very, very tidy footwork. He wants to get forward, and more often than not, he got a ball into the box. He delivered, he created a chance. And he's been more of the same today. Very, very strong. Great little turn there from, guess who, Reggie Watson. Very, very strong. Very good on the ball. Astute at the back. Dangerous going forward. I really, really like Riley Ebo. This fucking boy. Everything he does is class. Just a little first time ball round the corner under pressure. Yeah, Reggie Watson. Take a bow, mate. You've had some 35 minutes. That's how long's gone. 35. So we've got 10 left of the first half. Hopefully, this cameraman cleans the lens very soon because we are seeing less and less of this game. And if it keeps going this way, that's onside, mate. You've got to get back. West Ham are through. Got 3-on-3. Chelsea getting numbers back really well, though. And Hudson Sands makes a good save at the near post. And then Charlie Holland is now offside as the ball is cleared. So free kick just inside the West Ham half. He wasn't in his own half, though. And another West Ham player's down. I believe it's a West Ham player. Oh, no. Might be a Eboué. Anyway, brief pause in play. 36 on the clock now. Sayo Subaloy. Dead. Little drinks break. All right. Might have to go and get a brew in a minute. I'll tell you what, Chizzy's been quiet. I know it's his first game back since his return from the Under-18 Premier League, but that was a fantastic little ball from Ebo. Yeah, I know he's only just got back from the Under-17 World Cup, but yeah, he's looked a little bit isolated. Hasn't had very much to do at all. Chizaram Ezenwata. Fantastic for him to get the call up and to score. I think it was 4 goals in 3. I know he got 3 in a game, but 4 or 5 goals I think he got. Not bad, and a shame that England got dumped out, but oh well, we're not used to success anymore for the national team. We haven't been for a long time, mush. Chelsea just need to add a little bit of something, I think. 7 minutes left of this first, well, probably 10 minutes left once we take into account added time, but 10 or so minutes left in this first half, and Chelsea yet to really create much. We had obviously that goal from a corner after 2 minutes. Charlie Holland's shot after 5. And then, yeah, since then, it might have been slightly later, that Charlie Holland actually, but either way, only 2 real chances created, both of them coming, one of them directly from a set piece, one of them from a set piece rebound. Chelsea now looking to stretch the game with Matisse Aboué and Charlie Holland. Lovely little give and go, but I was going to say, not sure what Matisse... Right, I don't think the ref or the linesman know what's going on. It looked like a goal kick, and I think the ref gave a goal kick, and then the Chelsea players complained, and he gave a corner, and then they've just zoomed out, and the linesman's got his flag up, so they're taking the ball back 40 yards and giving West Ham a free kick for offside. Bizarre. A level of officiating you would only see... No, you'd see this in the Premier League. Chelsea and Walter really unlucky there. Really good aggressive press on the West Ham centre-back. But I told you, that number 4, I said early doors, number 4 looks very good on the ball. Lovely little tidy bit of footwork to just take it away from Chelsea and Walter. Riley Ebo did well there with number 11 closing him down, putting pressure on him. Thought it looked like the ball might have just got away from him and he might have misjudged the bounce. And 11 was through, but he dealt with it very well and got it back to Hudson Sands. West Ham now, though, pressing, and Beckford with a ball into the 11, who gets the ball back. That's a lovely little give and go, and if that goes in, it's a great move. It's cleared by someone in the middle. Again, the rain's obscuring my view. Ooh. Could have been handball by Isaac Badu there. Well dealt with by Tayo Subaloy twice, I believe. It was at least once. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume it was him the first time as well. And that is very well played through the lines by Ezen Walter, allowing Reggie Watson to just run with it. And he plays it just a little bit behind Sol Gordon, but still got a little bit of time and space. Charlie Holland slips away from his man in the middle, spreads it out wide to Aboué. Chizzy in the box, Charlie Holland in the box, Sol Gordon in the box. What's he going to do, Aboué? He wins a free kick. I'm not sure why there was no advantage there, but very, very, very similar position to the free kick that Reggie Watson had before. However, it is just slightly further back and slightly more central. So I do think he's going to fancy this one again. Much better line for him. He can go either corner here as well. It's Charlie Holland that's taken the ball. Watson is still very much there. Charlie Holland's just been playing with the ball for about 90 seconds. And Reggie Watson's just been standing there. Reggie Watson's just looked over to the bench, gone, yep, taking the ball off him. None of this fucking faffing about with it on the floor, Lark. Get it down, find your angle. And put it in the bin, son! Reggie Watson, take a fucking bow, lad. Unbelievable this first half, and what a fucking free kick. What a free kick. Fuck me. Bloke is unreal. That is some free kick. Reggie! Fucking Reg, mate. What a half. Listen, boys, listen. There's a reason I do this shit. How long have I been talking about Reggie Watson? For the last 43 minutes and 41 seconds, because that's how long he's been on the clock. I've been talking about him the entire first half. What does he go and do? That. Done. 2-0 Chelsea. Come on, the boys! Reggie, you fucking gem. Tell you what, and I said, right, and listen to me. Said earlier, Watson made that big challenge. He's just made another one. It's boiling over a little bit. I'm very surprised he hasn't been booked. I don't think that was a booking, but I think the two strong challenges, I'm surprised he hasn't at least had a word in his ear to keep him in check. And West Ham just getting frustrated now as they're unable to knock the ball around, just kicking the ball out there. But yeah, Reggie Watson. Looks like Reggie Watson was getting into it a little bit with, what was his name? Lewis Beckford. And yeah, it looks like he was getting a little bit of retribution with that challenge, and number 11 was not happy about it. But Chelsea now have the ball back, 45 minutes on the clock, and they're knocking it about fairly comfortably, just making those West Ham strikers run. Although I'll tell you what, they are closing the angles down very well. But that's where, again, guess who? Reggie Watson popping up in the middle to offer something different. Just gives everybody else a little bit more time. Just gives them that extra second, that little bit more space to decide what to do with the ball. So crucial. Oh, here he fucking goes. Go on, son. Lovely little drive and run between two players there, and then just drops it off to Charlie Holland, who drops it off to Abue, who pops it back, and unfortunately, Charlie Holland's just fallen over. Not the first player this half to lose his footing. Oh, Reggie fucking Watson, mate. What a bloke. What a guy. Great tracking back there from Calvin Diakite. I still need someone to tell me, because I feel like a pang of guilt in my conscience every time I have to say Calvin Diakite, because the commentators refer to him as Diakate. But I don't, with my understanding of the English language, I don't get it. Unless I'm spelling his name, have I? Let me just check now. No, it is Diakite. Spelt Diakite. That's Diakite, not Diakate, right? Am I going nuts? Or is it this 60-year-old woke white man? Chelsea working the ball out well now to Riley Ebo, who has still got two men on him. They're still doubling up. They know how good this guy is. And he does very well to nearly get through. And I do think that might have been a foul on him, but he gives it as good as he gets, Riley Ebo. So, no complaints from him. I don't think there'll be too much to shout about. Wins the ball back again there, but then unfortunately loses it very, very quickly. And then the halftime whistle goes. 48 minutes. So there was just the 3 minutes there. 48 minutes to speak of. And my lord, what a performance from Reggie Watson. Chelsea under-18s remain unbeaten in the under-18 Premier League, and it looks like that is going to continue. 2-0 up against West Ham at half-time, an early Tayo Subaloi header from a corner, and then a late Reggie Watson free kick. Superb free kick from Reggie Watson. I'm literally about to go and post it onto my Instagram. So while we wait during halftime, little 15-minute break to go and get a brew, or I'm going to be back in about 10 minutes and we'll run through a couple of things from the first half. But yeah, go and take 10, get a brew, go and enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you back in 10 minutes. Hey, bonsoir. Right, let's get rid of this fucking thing then, eh? Come on. Not long left now. Second half coming up. We're all good. We've got a brew. We're ready. Ready to rock and roll. Oh shit, I put the wrong thing on, didn't I? All right. What a free kick from Big Reggie. What a bloke. The boy's back. Us. Nearly. Oh, I need to look into that. I used to play fucking music and then get banned on this. You must have permission. Oh, great. Yeah, last time I did this, I played a song for 30 seconds and the whole stream got taken down about 10 minutes after we did it. Where the fuck? Right, that's what I was looking at. Scoreboard. Overlays.uno. I mean, let's give it a go. Maybe not, because my shit has just started to lag. Like, really badly. Who knows? Maybe we'll leave it for now. I mean, Footmob reckons the game is back underway. And I believe it is too. So why is the stream not updating? I believe the second half started. I believe. I got no idea. Chelsea live stream still says second half coming up. Oh. I'd like to see Greenwood get on at some point. However, I would like to see Chizzy get a little bit more involved first. I think, obviously, we haven't seen very much of him first half. Just a couple of glimpses as he kind of gets back into the swing of things. But yeah, he's a player that was well, still is really in full swing at the moment. Was in great momentum going into that under-17 World Cup. And yeah, managed to bag a fair few during it. Abue was the other one actually, who had a really, really good World Cup. I think he scored not a good World Cup, good international break, sorry, should I say. I think he was part of the second England under-17 team who were playing. There was obviously one that was competing in the World Cup in Qatar and then, or Dubai, sorry. And then there was another team. Here we go. Chelsea players coming back out onto the grass. Don't know whether the West Ham players are already there, but I'd like to think so because we're fucking ready to rock and roll, boys. There's the ref. West Ham players are already out and they're having to keep warm. Chilly. It is chilly out here. It's a horrible day, isn't it? Fucking miserable outside. If you're tuning in from anywhere but England, fucking thank your lucky stars, mate. We are well and truly in the midst of English winter. It is very much here. All right, come on, Chelsea. You don't need another fucking team huddle. You've literally just had 15 minutes to talk amongst yourselves. It's all going on. There's a fucking dogfight going on outside. Can hear someone's mutt. Shut your dog up. Oh. The fuck was that? And we are back underway. Come on, Chelsea. Do love a Chelsea live watch along to start the weekend, don't we? And Chelsea are on the ball virtually immediately. Calvin Diakite finding Eboué on this left-hand side now. On this near-hand side. And recycle it back onto the far. Stop playing on the far-hand side, boys. Can't fucking see. Is that my light on the outside? Something's bugging. Something's going. Hey, up to all the new people joining. Second half is now underway. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, managed to collect it there, Eboué. Looked like it was going out, but he managed to get the ball in. West Ham clear. But Tayo Subaloy does so well initially. But he just didn't see number 11 in his blind side. And luckily for Chelsea, and particularly for Subaloy, number 11's touch wasn't very good and took it straight off the pitch. But Chelsea now looking to come immediately back the other way, spreading it long for Matisse Eboué, but spreading it too long. And it is a throw-in very, very deep in the West Ham half, literally on their corner flag. They're going to look to come out, but Chelsea get the throw because the throw has gone in and come back out. So yeah, when the commentator said at the first in the first half the conditions aren't favouring either of them, well, yeah, but Chelsea aren't doing that. Well defended there by Diakite to stick with number 11. And West Ham now moving up the pitch. This looks like they might have their first attack of the second half. The fuck is going on? Great defender from Subaloy there. Staying tight to his man. Eboué just a little bit slow. But it is a Chelsea throw. No changes at half-time. Same team that started the first half. And you know what? For the benefit of everybody joining late, we will run through that first team very, very quickly. So, in goal, it was Hudson Sands. At the back, as a West Ham player blazes his shot way over. Oh. I think they want it. They want a corner. The ref's giving a goal kick. Yeah, refs give a goal kick. And about 4 West Ham players have just gone over to take the corner anyway and just disregard the ref. But yeah, no, don't work like that, mate. Yeah, just to run through the starting lineup. So Hudson Sands in goal, still yet to concede a goal in the Under-18 Premier League this season, if I'm not mistaken. 4 goals, 4 games, 4 clean sheets. Looking to make it 5 today. And then at the back, we've got Tayo Subaloy and Louis Richards in centre-back. We've got Calvin Diakite at left-back. And we've got Riley Ebo, former West Ham Academy graduate Riley Ebo. What a ball, what a touch, Charlie Holland. Riley Ebo on the right-hand side. Charlie Holland has just fucking an incredible bit of skill to bring that ball down. Really, really good touch. Chelsea's still trying to work it. I think if Abuya touches it, he's offside, but ball goes out for him. Yeah, the ref's just given a Chelsea corner. He's just given a Chelsea goal kick when it should have been a West Ham corner, I think, from the way the West Ham players were crowding him out. And then he's just given a Chelsea corner when he probably should have given an offside, if not a West Ham goal kick. Charlie Holland they take it short, and Charlie Holland looks to squeeze it in, but they work it back out, and Louis Richards now has it on the left. Crosses it in with his right. It's a super ball, just too high for Tayo Subaloy, who was running in. Tried to get a volley, but just couldn't get a touch on the ball, and it runs out. And then the keeper gets it out fairly quickly. West Ham, a little bit more impetus, a little bit more fire in the hole, shall we say, in this second half, as they do obviously now have a 2-goal deficit to overcome rather than just the one that it was for the majority of the first half. Back to the first team, though. So obviously went through the back line there. Riley Ebo, former West Ham Academy player Riley Ebo, who joined the club in October. First time playing against his old team today. In midfield, we've got Isaac Badu Silva alongside Reggie Watson at the base. In the 10, Charlie Holland. Then Sol Gordon is out wide right. Matisse Aboué out wide left. And Chizaram Ezenwata, freshly returning home from the Under-17 World Cup with England, where he did bag quite a few goals. I think he's got 7 in 6 in his last Under-18 Premier League game. So fairly quiet first half for him, but he'll hoping to be a little bit more involved in this second half. But a very, very strong Chelsea team. And off the top of my head on the bench, it's Freddie Burnell, Anthony Waite. Big challenge from Isaac Badu Silva there. Big challenge. Refs given advantage. Big challenge from Reggie Watson. And I'll tell you what, I do think that one was a foul, but he's got away with it again. Fucking hell. The number 11 is still down, and I think we should kick the ball out. Kick the ball out. Yeah, I feel for 11 here. It's a big challenge by Silva. And then I think there's another one on the edge of the box. I don't know. I think the West Ham players have every right to be miffed here. Every right to be upset. Because obviously trailing 2-0, you're not going to get every 50-50, but I think Chelsea have got the benefit of a doubt on quite a few. And not that they are fouls or yellow cards, but as I said in the first half, if you win the ball and then win this amount of man after the ball in the Premier League, you get called up for it. Who's just got a yellow card? Louis Richards, maybe? I was talking about a bench, sorry. Who else is on the bench? Jashade Greenwood, Jacob Hall. Can't remember who else. Somebody else. Let's have a gander. But yeah, break in play now as the West Ham player gets some treatment, and it was Isaac Badu that got the yellow card. Understandably, because that was a huge challenge. Chris Atherton is the other one on the bench, Northern Irish. Under 16, under 17? How old is he? Don't know. He's a fucking baller. That's all I know. But yeah, first booking of the day for Isaac Badu Silva. First booking of the game. Go on, son. Go on, Shan. Plug that in there. Check the camera's still working. And the ball is now back in play with Hudson Sands. Oh, it's a Chelsea goal kick. And they are in no rush to take it. And it's really pissing me off that this camera operator has not wiped the lens once. I can't see certain areas of the pitch. And the worst thing is you can't tell. Because it's like, if anybody's ever used Photoshop, it's like the smudge tool on Photoshop. So it's the same colour. It's just blurred. So you can't tell until a player runs into the blurry patch. And then they just disappear. And you're like, oh, fuck, where's he gone? Who is that? Diakite with a lovely little cutback. Chelsea worked it really nicely down the left there. And Diakite with a lovely little ball into to Matisse Boué, but his shot was blocked. Chelsea moving the ball around, yeah, really nicely in the second half again. And majority of it is thanks to that man there with another lovely pass out to the right to Sol Gordon. Reggie Watson. He has not put a foot wrong. And I know I said there about him making another big challenge and he just needs to be careful, but that's what you want from your centre mid. Don't want your centre mid to be a pushover. You need a centre mid who's going to make challenge after challenge after challenge, even when they're in the book, even when they're on their last warning. You can't have a centre mid who's scared to make a challenge. So good on you, Reg. Keep it fucking going. Right, I need to get that on there. Right, not sure what's happened there, but camera looks intact, so we'll survive. I wonder if I've run out of thingy. Run out of memory. Oh, what a lovely little ball there from Tayo into Calvin Diakite. Diakite made a lovely run. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get there somewhere. Just cut out by the West Ham defender. No space on the memory card. Right. Let's format this bitch. That didn't take long at all. Fucking hell. Did not take long at all. Apologies if there was any camera glitches there. 56 minutes gone, 10 minutes into this second half now. Obviously a little break there for the injury to number 11, who's gone over quite a few times now. Looks like West Ham have got a couple of subs ready to come on as well. Number 15 and 16. No idea who they are. Don't anticipate finding out. The one player, actually, I was going to say the two players I hope don't come off in this West Ham team are the number 10 and the number 11. Let's see if we can remember his name right. Lewis Beckford. Fucking clue. Memory like a sieve, mate. Lewis Beckford. That's the one we like. Looks like a very tidy player. Him and then number 11. Number 11 looks very quick. I think he's the one that's had the most chances. Strong as well, he looks. And a really good example of that there is he just pushes Isaac Silva out his way. Diakite manages to clear, though. And West Ham have the ball just inside the Chelsea half, looking to get back into the game, because let's be honest, if they don't get... Oh, Reggie! You're my hero, son! He's my fucking spirit animal, this bloke. Unfortunately, the ball is returned to him, and unfortunately the ball back in from Watson is fairly poor. But Chelsea do still have the ball. And Matisse Boué turns it inside to Charlie Holland, who takes it out to the edge of the penalty area. He's now looking to... he's gone down far too easily. That's not a foul. Looking for the free kick there, you can tell. Get up, son. Track back. Come on. Can't be diving and then fucking whinging about it. Oh, Reggie Watson. Number 9 just collects the ball and bullies him. Go on, Chiz. Scores is offside, though. I thought that, and unfortunately, we're never going to be able to see the lines. And I imagine he probably was offside, but it looked very, very close. Who's coming off? The West Ham number 9, I think. And I don't know, another West Ham number, but I can't see because he's coming towards us. Oh no, maybe 11 did go off. Oh, that'd be a shame. Anyway, 59 minutes gone, just over half an hour left. Chelsea still holding on to a 2-0 lead. But still looking to push as Tayo Subaloy comes forward again and works it inside to Chelsea U18, who's just unable to get his pass around the corner. And then Reggie Watson will finally pick up his... Here we go. 60 minutes in, he's finally got his book in. And that one was a piece of piss because he just pulled the West Ham player back. No intention of playing the ball. Knew he was going to get booked for that. Fair enough. You know what? To go this long without picking up a booking, Reg, hats off to you, mate. Fair play. Fair fucking dues, mush. Right, shall I whip up a little... Let's have a thing. Have I got a live score somewhere? Ah, fuck it. Go on, you can have that. Abdi, you've twisted my arm. That's about as much of a scoreboard as you're going to get today, or for this stream. Oh, Gordon showed some legs there. Unfortunately, unable to keep it in and make anything of it, but he was able to keep it in, but then slid about 20 yards off the pitch. And West Ham now coming forward with their substitutes. But Chelsea managed to get it back to Hudson Sands, who clears. And clears a very long way up the pitch. And West Ham now have to take forced to take a throw in their own half. I assume they'll go back to the keeper. Yes, they do. Under half an hour to go now, and Chelsea very comfortably in the driving seat. Reggie Watson has bossed this game from, the entire first 45 minutes. He was dictating everything. Everything that happened in a Chelsea shirt went through Reggie Watson. And he capped off a fine first half display with a brilliant free kick in the last couple of minutes. And since then, it's been more of the same. I think Chelsea just eased off the gas a little bit. Just focusing on controlling the game, knocking the ball around, and maybe counter-attacking a little bit more. Loose pass there from Abue, and he holds his head in his hands as he knows he should have done better. Under very little pressure there. But yeah, it's been a fairly solid hour from the Chelsea under-18s. Very, very disciplined. I think while there hasn't been too much to speak of in terms of chances created, excitement going forward, I think we've been very, very disciplined in and out of possession. I think shape has been excellent. I think the back four have been great, particularly Tayo Subaloy. I think he's been superb today. Chelsea and what making a nuisance of himself and giving a free kick away. Not sure. Not sure if he needed to make that foul, but still getting in amongst the hustle and bustle, can't complain. Chelsea yet to make a sub. Obviously, 27 minutes to go now. 2 players on a booking. I think Isaac Badu Silva will probably be the first to be substituted out of him and Reggie. Chelsea there just breaking the press, doing what the first team and the women's team refused to do against Barcelona, was jump out of their shape. With Charlie Holland there, who was just a little bit too eager. Well, I'm seeing this a lot more now. Keepers just standing on the ball, waiting for, and I know Chelsea do it as well, not to the same extent, I don't think. But yeah, standing on the ball, waiting for somebody to make a mistake, to take the bait and jump out. It's funny that they did that just as I was talking about how disciplined they've been through the entire game. Ref, get out of the fucking way, mate. And a very poor cross from the West Ham left back is massively overshot. Chelsea have a goal kick. And Hudson Sands has still had nothing of note to do in the Chelsea goal. And Chelsea now at the stage of the game where they can just take their time. 25 minutes to go. All they will want to do now is protect that clean sheet. Well, actually, I think they'll probably want to go and get a third, and they might do it. Sol Gordon's managed to give his opposite number the slip. Can he get a good ball into the box and find Chizzy Ezamwati? He drives instead, takes his man on, goes to the byline, does very, very well. And unfortunately, can't squeeze it in the near post, but I think the keeper might have got a touch on it because it's gone out for a corner. Well played, Sol Gordon. He took on his man 3 times there. Maybe could have found a pass a little bit early. I think Chizzy might have the right to be a little bit miffed because he was standing on his own in the 6-yard box. However, yeah, can't drag him. He's had a go. He's beat his man. He's done very well. He's got a shot away. I like Sol Gordon. I think he's another one of the players that needs a little bit more physical development. I think him and Atto Ampa, as quick and as direct and as dangerous as they are, I think, we all know, and corner goes in and it goes in towards Tayo Subaloy, who gets a messy header on it, but keeper manages to collect that time. Yeah, I think we've seen plenty of times the and I speak about it quite often on this channel, the jump from academy to first team. It's nothing to do with the technical side of things. The amount of times that I've seen a player who is more than technically adept, that they are very, very good at football, better technical footballers than players in the first division. But you see them go up and they just look a different, players that are running rings around their opposite numbers for an academy will jump up to the first team, and just the golfing physicality. I think people forget that, you can be a fantastic player and players like I mentioned earlier in the stream, Lamine Yamal, Esteval Willian, doing stupid things at 17, 18. It incorrectly redefines what we expect from a player of that age. And I think one of the main things, particularly with Esteval, is you look at him and a lot of Chelsea fans saying, why aren't we starting him? Why isn't he playing every game? He's good enough. He's proven he can do it. The way in which he's being managed at the moment is excellent, because the last thing you want to do is overload a player. At that age, we're already seeing Lamine Yamal pick up recurring injuries. And he's done, 2 full seasons, maybe one and a half full season at Barcelona. You're playing 2-3 games week in, week out. Unlucky there, Chelsea. Playing 2-3 games week in, week out for a 26, 28-year-old. That's manageable because you're finished growing. Your bones are a lot more, your bone density is a lot stronger. Your muscles are a lot stronger. You have, over the last 10 years, you have just trained your body in the most grueling way possible to be able to put up with this intensity. But the physical intensity of first team football, yeah, I love it when academy players get opportunities and seeing them. Yeah, another poor decision from the ref there, should have been a free kick. And seeing young players get their minutes and get their opportunities is, one of the greatest joys of my life currently watching this Chelsea side. However, you've got to do it smart. There is so many players in this Chelsea academy that, on the face of it, you look at their stats, you watch a couple of games, you see them at this level, and you think he's very, very good. Shin Mayuka, the prime example. He's scored, I think, it's over 24 goals already this season for club and country. 17 years old. He's a big, stocky unit. He looks way more developed than a lot of other strikers at this level. But then when you put him into the first team against teams like Astana last year, it is just a completely different game. And the best examples of this is to go back and watch when the Chelsea under-21s or the Chelsea development squad play in the EFL Virtu Trophy, because they play against first teams in League Two, teams like Northampton, Shrewsbury, Walsall. And those players, I would argue, are probably not as good technically as a lot of these 16, 17-year-olds for Chelsea. But the difference in those games, these Chelsea teams will go out and get steamrolled 3-4-0 by a team like Shrewsbury. And you're there thinking, how? What? Why? These Chelsea players wouldn't look out of place in a championship side. Some of them in a Premier League side. Some of these Chelsea players getting call-ups to the first. How are they losing against Walsall? It's far more than just your footballing ability. It's the discipline, it's the intensity, it's the physicality. These 16, 17-year-olds will be blowing after 40 minutes of a first team game. I don't think people appreciate how much running you do, even in, National League, Blue Square Premier. The lower, great run again from Subaloy. He's been superb today. Unlucky there, Matisse Boué. Unfortunate not to find someone with that ball. Subaloy and Reggie Watson today, though. I know it's going to be pretty easy to pull those two out of the bucket because they're the scorers, but even if two other players had scored, I think I'd be picking those two out. Tayo Subaloy, my favourite centre-back at this level. Reggie Watson just proven himself again and again how good he is. I think Reggie Watson's 15 as well. He might be 16 now. But yeah, it is a bit of a shock to the system, I think, when these Chelsea players play against lower league teams and struggle so much. But it is just testament to how difficult the game is. I think you put a lot of these Chelsea players in on Sunday League. I think when they're on the ball, they boss it. But, physicality is such a big part, particularly in England and particularly in the Premier League. It's such a big part of the game, and we're seeing it more and more now with long throw-ins and set pieces being pinpointed. It's an area of the game that you can't negate. And while there are some sublime players that are very, very diminutive, Ibrahim Rabaj, 5'4", tiny. It's not stopping him because of the quality that he's got. However, it's definitely going to be a factor bringing him into the first team, because while he has the ability with the ball at his feet, he just gets shoved off the ball. He's not. You can't ask him to mark a first team player. They just bully him. So you've got to take these things with a pinch of salt, is my overarching point. And as good as these Chelsea players might look and might seem, and I know we Chelsea fans love to get ahead of ourselves and say, oh, whoa, we need a centre-back solution. We've got 10 in the academy. There's probably a very good reason why Enzo Maresca hasn't called them up, because he's very aware of them. Harrison Murray-Campbell featured, and I'm pretty sure may even have got his debut. I'm not sure what this ref's doing here. because I think that maybe should have been a free kick for Chelsea in the Chelsea box. It's ended up as a West Ham goal, which does make things interesting, unfortunately, for the last 17 minutes. 73 minutes on the clock. West Ham have finally had a shot on target, and it's deflected off Reggie Watson and curled past Hudson Sands. Unfortunately, there is nothing he's going to be able to do to reach that. But disappointing, I think, from Chelsea not being able to keep another clean sheet. However, the unbeaten run, the unbeaten record is still very much on. So we will, of course, still be going for that. Just over 15 minutes to play now. West Ham 1, Chelsea 2. Can Chelsea hold on? Can Chelsea avoid a late scare here? Free kick for Chelsea on the far side. Louis Richards going to whip it in, I think. West Ham box is loaded. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in there with one on the edge. Louis Richards, that's way too heavy again. It's the second or third one he's done this game, which has just cleared everybody by a fucking mile. On the plus side, it does look like it's brightening up a little bit in Little Heath. Absolutely miserable morning for the Chelsea players to be playing, but this right back, West Ham right back, cannot throw a ball. Threw it off the pitch last time. He's just thrown it up in the air there. Chelsea recycle the ball back to the goalkeeper, Hudson Sands. Oh, who takes a big touch. And for the second time this game, he's hit the player closing him down. In the first half, he got lucky and went narrowly wide. Second half, just then, a little bit less lucky. I think it was always going to be too tough of an angle to go in. But it's what's his name? Lewis Beckford. Told you, he's fucking good. But Chelsea have just got to be careful now because, as I said earlier in this second half, we've just taken our foot off the gas a little bit. As soon, after going 2-0 up, didn't really look like the same team in the second half in terms of wanting to go out and score again. Looked a little bit more comfortable to sit back, and that could potentially hurt us now because West Ham well and truly back in the game, and one more goal and it's 2 points dropped. Not a bad idea from Richards, but ball over the top, just not particularly well weighted, and I think Chelsea Walter was offside anyway. He's had a frustrating afternoon today, frustrating day today so far. And I know, said at the half time, it takes a minute to get back in the swing of things, but you would have expected a player in his form, in the momentum he's in, to slot back into it today, to get maybe a little bit more in amongst it. West Ham playing their way out really, really well. That number 10 again, Beckford, doing some fantastic work. The Akite defending well. Ball back to Sands is really dangerous. Jesus Christ. Diakite played the ball back to Hudson Sands and it was short. I don't know if he saw the West Ham player coming in, but the West Ham player went for it. And it looks like the West Ham player won the ball, but the referee has blown for a free kick on Hudson Sands. So I think he may have caught the Chelsea goalkeeper, who is still down. 79 minutes gone. That wouldn't be good for Hudson Sands. A goal conceded, and then an injury. Surprised Chelsea haven't made a sub yet. 79 minutes gone. 10 to go. I'm surprised that Greenwood hasn't got a little bit of a run out. And Atherton, actually. Thought Atherton was the other one in against Crystal Palace. Udulas has said Riley Ebo. He's been quiet this second half, actually. He was really good in the first half. I think Riley Ebo, Chris Atherton, and Jashade Greenwood were the three that I thought were particularly impressive. Well, I say particularly impressive. As impressive as we could have been, or they could have been, for a team that lost 4-0. But yeah, a little bit surprised that we haven't seen Atherton and Greenwood today. Hudson Sands still down here. It's not looking good. Chelsea do have Freddie Bernal on the bench, if I remember correctly. I can't see anybody warming up, so I don't think the manager's been told that a substitution's required. However, it's never good when a keeper's down this long. I was going to say, and the linesman has just held his flag up for a sub, but looks like a West Ham sub, number 12 coming on. 2 West Ham subs, maybe. Still receiving treatment, huh? Sands, he's still down. Getting back to his feet now slowly, but I suppose with keepers, you've got to take an extra little bit of care, haven't you? 9 minutes then for, plus added time, but just around about 10 minutes for Chelsea to see this one out now. It's been a fairly comfortable 90 minutes all told. I think second half, well, a lot less so than the first, but still nothing too much to trouble us. I think we've still got more than enough in the tank to keep this unbeaten run going. It looks like they're taking him off the pitch. We can't restart without a goalkeeper, ref. And he is trudging towards the bench, which I'm assuming means a sub's going to be made. It's a real shame. Real poor end to the day for Hudson Sands. Had he got injured 5 minutes ago, he would have done so without conceding a goal in the Premier League this season. But unfortunately for him, a nick off the knee of of Reggie Watson means that he has conceded his first goal. And Chelsea need to get their fucking second keeper ready quick because he's off the pitch. Yeah, you can't come on, Greenwood. You're not fucking keeper. What's going on? Well, the good news is this live stream has just been extended by about 15 minutes. So anybody that wanted to see more of my face on a Saturday and hear more of my voice on a Saturday, you've got your wish, because we still haven't restarted and there is still zero sign of Freddie Burnell. Yeah, you've still got to come on, mate. You've still got to check your boots. You know. Take your time, Mush. Have a wander. Not like you need to get warm or nothing. I'll tell you what, this would be a fucking nightmare for Freddie Burnell if we conceded again. Because if as they've just said on commentary, I don't think any goalkeeper expects, any substitute goalkeeper expects to have to come on. So while they are professionals, and I use that term loosely, as it's just taken him 5 minutes to get his gloves on. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best position in the world to be thrown into when you've been sitting on the bench for 85 minutes in the fucking cold, wet rain. I mean, his fingers must be freezing. But we'll see. I was about to say 5 minutes left. Let's make an educated guess and say 10 minutes to go. 85 minutes on the clock, but there will be a significant amount of added time. I think at least 5 minutes. So Chelsea have just got to hold on at this point. Or, if we look more positively, let's go and extend the lead. Let's go and get a third, put the game to bed, and then we can just kind of knock the ball about for the last 5 minutes and not really worry about things. And no pressure on Freddie. Isaac Silva with a nearly perfectly executed little chip ball over the top. Surprised he hasn't come off, actually. But a very nice ball forward from him, just slightly misjudged by the Chelsea forward, and the West Ham defender won it. But West Ham clear, and then the ball is back with Tayo Subaloy, who beats his man very, very well, and then gives Chelsea the ball back in defence. And then Freddie Burnell, with his first received pass, does fine with it, back to Tayo. Tell you what, Reggie Watson was, I'm going to go 3 inches away there from not even a second yellow from a red card. He tried to get on the end of a loose ball. Ball was just in front of him, and he tried to slide and get a toe to it. But it looked like at the point at which the West Ham player intercepted it, he had his studs up high, very close to his leg. So he's just got to watch himself for the last 3 minutes. I'm not sure what's going on here. This West Ham player is just pushing Isaac Silva. Just tell the ref. Turn around and go, hey, watch him. He's getting into it, going, don't push me, don't push me. Either A, push him back, or B, I can make someone known. Make it known to someone. I mean, in an ideal world, I'd say deal with it yourself. However, he's on a booking, so I don't think it's the best idea to start pushing and shoving. God, the amount of water that came off that ball when Diakite just threw that. But it is another Chelsea throw here. As Watson manages to win the free kick. Very well protected, used his body very well. Wasn't a a foul per se, but player did make contact. And Watson gets the ball again, short from the free kick. Oh, looked like Abue. Ball came over from Louis Richards, and Abue did keep it in, but from the look of his urgency, you could be forgiven for thinking that he'd let the ball go out. But no, Chelsea still have the ball, and they're coming down the right-hand side now. But the clip ball forward is intercepted, and that is a foul if he wants it. I'm telling you, Reggie Watson is walking a very fucking tight line here. Oh, Jashade Greenwood's on for Charlie Holland. Okay, I missed that. He's just done that thing where the ref's already blown for the free kick. Reggie Watson was about to boot it, but then he's still booted it very close to the player's head. And I love it, but you're booked, man. Just ease off. If we go down to 10 men, we got 7 or 8 minutes of added time to work through, putting yourself in a precarious situation. So both of the Chelsea centre mids walking a tightrope at the moment. But as we approach the 90th minute, it is still 2-1. Chelsea are still unbeaten in the Under-18 Premier League. And if I'm not mistaken, this would take us level on points with Crystal Palace, who have played 2 more games. I don't know whether this includes this game, but it says that we are 3 points behind Palace on 18. Played 8, won 5, drawn 3. Crystal Palace are 1-4, 1-7, lost 4. Are we the only unbeaten team? We are the only unbeaten team in both Premier League South and North. Fair fucking dues, lads. We are now into added time, but as it is an under-18 game, we don't get told how much added time there is. Louis Richards is now down, however. Is this a genuine injury, or is this Chelsea just trying to see the game out? Who knows? Your guess is as good as mine. It does mean, however, that I'm going to be on your screens for even longer, because I anticipate this game going for another 10 minutes, at least. Louis Richards got cramp. That'll be another 2 minutes added. But yeah, 5 minutes for Hudson Sands. A few minutes earlier on for injuries as well. I'm a little bit confused as to why he's only now put on Jashade Greenwood. I think, pardon me, excuse me. Anyone would think I hadn't slept. I think it's general knowledge that you need at least 10, 15 minutes to make an impact, especially in these sort of games as well. Who's that? Dante Waite? Looks like it. Dante Waite, I imagine, for silver, although I'd be very surprised if it's not Louis Richards who's down. No, Louis Richards still on the pitch. Oh, no, he's not. Louis Richards has gone off. All right. So Dante Waite, I imagine, goes straight into that centre-back, and then, yeah, just like-for-like replacement alongside Tayo Subaloy in there. He's another top young centre-back, Dante Waite. Real big fan. Bernal's just booted out. West Ham goal kick. 93 minutes gone. I anticipate 96 at the very, very least. bearing in mind that we've played about 30 seconds of these 3.5. Oh. Yeah, I was going to say, fucking Reggie Watson lost his boot there, pushed off it. And Chelsea, of course, in no rush to take this free kick on the halfway line. He's knocked his boot off. Not quite his socks, but he's knocked his boot off. Yeah, and he will be the the very obvious and easy man of the match for me today. I think Reggie Watson. Tayo Subaloy, close, very, very close second. I think he put in an excellent performance today. Really, really good driving forward. But yeah, Reggie Watson just orchestrated everything in that first half. In a game of fairly few clear-cut chances again. He's been the one keeping things ticking, deciding the tempo, deciding where we go and when. And then, yeah, obviously another free kick. Slip him in. Pass Eboué. Did the hard bit. Really, really good little turn of pace. Could have slipped Descharde Greenwood in, but decided to go for goal himself and dragged it wide. Disappointing end product there from Eboué. I think he's been out of the two, obviously him and Chelsea are both away with the England under-17 groups in over the international break. I think he's been the more impressive, the sharper. Good challenge there from Tayo Subaloy. Unfortunate not to keep hold of it. Beckford getting in amongst it. I'm telling you, boys, there's still danger in this game. Game is not over. Chelsea are doing very well to chase down a ball there. Descharde Greenwood's trying to help him, but he just slipped. But yeah, it's very much last chance saloon for West Ham. 96 minutes gone. I said this would be the bare minimum. It could be anywhere up to another 4 or 5 minutes. So Chelsea just have to watch themselves. Just have to be disciplined at the back. We've brought Dante Waite on. Waite and Subaloy just need to fucking get rid. If it comes in, get rid. Don't faff about. See it out. West Ham on the attack. Balogun goes past. He's got the ball now. He gets a cross in. Safe hands from Banal. Stay down, sunshine. But remember, you've only got 8 seconds. Can't have too many more chances. Can't be giving them too many more chances. Why are you booting it? Banal just give the ball straight back to West Ham. Oh, there we go. Tell you what, West Ham players are fuming. They're swarming the ref. There's a little bit of afters, it looks like. Why are you taking the camera away from it? There's a little bit of afters going on. But yeah, full time. Kind of boys. Oh, refs booked someone. One of the players or the West Ham staff. Don't know who it was, but someone on the West Ham conglomerate got a yellow card. Fucking come on, Chelsea. What a start to the weekend, eh? Superb stuff. Goals from Tayo Subaloy and Reggie Watson give Chelsea another win. A perfect start to the weekend and another win. Taking that to 4 in a row over West Ham. And let's just have a A quick check. Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, all right. So I think we're 3 points now within Crystal Palace under 18, the only team in the under 18 Premier League, both South and North, to be unbeaten. 0 defeats still, 5 wins and 3 draws from 8 games for the Chelsea under 18s, plus 15 goal difference as well. Superb performance over 90 minutes today. Got a little bit nervy at the end, but I think all in all, excellent performances across the board. I think Riley Ebo was superb in the first half. Overall, as I've said, man of the match today, Reggie Watson. Superb showing from the 15-year-old midfielder. Tayo Subaloy in defence as well. Both scored today. Both put in absolutely sublime 90 minutes. But we'll leave it now because I've got to give you enough time to prepare to bake off the screen because I'll be back in 1 hour. In 1 hour's time at 2 p.m. The first episode of The Blueprint is dropping. Guys, I always say, appreciate everyone that supported this channel. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of that. This is the one. We love doing Loan Watch. I love doing Loan Watch, and that's been kind of our flagship series so far. The Blueprint is going to be the pivot of this channel, is going to be where we're taking it from things, moving forward, focusing on some of the most exciting young talents in the Chelsea Academy, taking a closer look, not just at who they are, but how they play, what their first team pathway might look like, when we expect them to get a first team call up, what their future looks like short term, long term, whether they have a future at the club. We're going to be going into far more detail in these episodes. And at the end of the day, the focus of this series is going to be to promote and to protect some of the best young talents in the game, which is something that we've pivoted to social media to recently, but we're going to be doing it with this channel as well. I want to continue to promote these players, to get them in as much limelight as possible, because these players deserve the PR, deserve all of the hubbub around them. So please, guys, make sure if you are tuning in, make sure to continue to support the channel and support the new series. The Blueprint will be dropping weekly. We're going to see the first episode today. Let me know in the comments who you think it's going to be about. And don't forget, guys, 2 p.m. today, The Blueprint. And then obviously tomorrow, Chelsea versus Arsenal. So appreciate everybody that's continued to follow, support the channel. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already at Two Blues Podcast on the Instagram and the TikTok to stay up to date with all of the latest news. And until then, up the Chelsea.